beautiful angels. Welcome back to my channel and hello to all of my new subscribers. This is my first video of 2019 and we are starting off, guys, with a bang. We hit my first milestone of 5K subscribers. It has been, I believe, roughly just shy of 3 weeks since my channel has been created, and I am so inexplicably happy and just so thankful and grateful for all the support that I have received, especially this week. It has been overwhelming, and I just have to acknowledge that, and I have to let you guys know. Today's video is definitely going to be a get to know me video. I know a lot of you have been requesting this, so I figured why not start the new year with getting to know me. Before we get into this video, I want you guys to know that I did actually change my Instagram handle, and that'll be right here, of course. It's just shorter, and I feel like more me, right now. It's just a simple change, no big deal. Do not forget to turn on your post notifications so that you're notified every single time that I post. We do not want to miss a video. Also, make sure that you are subscribed to this channel for sure. We are growing the A-team bigger than ever. Next milestone is 10K, guys. We can do this. We got this. I love helping you girls as much as I can. Genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, we're starting off this year so great, and I love you all so much. You do not understand. So without further ado, let's get into the video. I asked you guys to send me questions on Instagram, which is also why it's important to follow me on Instagram, because I posted a poll on Instagram asking you guys to ask me questions. I do know that there are get to know me tags, but I just didn't want to do the typical get to know me tag. I wanted to actually engage with you guys and answer questions about myself that you guys may have. And let's get into these questions. What field did you graduate in? I'm from London. I don't know if that's how you say it. So I graduated with my bachelor's in media and communications. What is your favorite color? My favorite colors actually are, because I don't have just one. My favorite colors are black, white, and I like some pastels, very feminine, girly colors, but you can also say, argue that black and white, they're not colors, they're shades. So I guess I like shades more than colors. I don't know. What has been the biggest thing that has helped you level up? So this is a really good question. I think the biggest thing was my mindset. 100%, once I realized, I'm not putting up with this behavior anymore. I'm tired of this type of outcome. What can I do to change my mindset, and myself to avoid this type of thing from happening again? When is your birthday and what is your sign? So my birthday is on April 21st and my sign is, I believe I'm a cusp baby. So I am an Aries and a Taurus. What would you do if you and your ex break up and y'all still text like y'all a couple? Would you, I guess the rest of what you wrote got cut off. Okay, well, first thing I'm going to say is you shouldn't be texting your ex, period, like you guys are a couple. If you guys still have feelings for each other, why did you guys break up in the first place? What is the point in breaking up if you guys are going to do nothing differently and you're just going to keep texting each other like you never broke up at all, So I feel like I need a little bit more background really on that to answer the question, but just hearing it, on the surface, I feel like I wouldn't be texting any of my ex-boyfriends because they're an ex for a reason, What is some life advice you have for teenage viewers? Life advice for teenage viewers is definitely to not focus so much on being in a relationship when you're in your early teens. I think an appropriate age, in my own opinion, is, definitely 18 and older. I think any younger than that, you're so young, you're growing and still trying to figure yourself out a lot. I mean, even at 18 to 25, you're still trying to figure life out. You know, to me, any younger than that, it's just like, it's a no for me. I personally, you know, would say focus on yourself, focus on educating yourself, focus on being the smartest, intelligent woman that you can be. Focus on that, because with, you know, relationships, especially in high school, it comes with a lot of drama. And a lot of the time in high school, because you're so young, everything is melodramatic, everything is a big deal, and you know, lose track and lose sight of, you know, what really matters. And that's graduating and going to college. So I would definitely say keep your education first. You know, boys will always be there. Relationships are not the end all be all when you're in high school. Oh, so the next person asked me, what age did I have my first boyfriend? I had my first boyfriend at 18 years old. I know I did mention in my story time that I did have a boyfriend, you know, when I was in 10th grade, but to me, it didn't really count that much in terms of relationship, because him and I never dated where we did things like going out together or anything like that. When I would hang out with him, I would hang out with him and my brother, you know, and him and like his family too. So it wasn't really a real relationship per se, you know? So I had my first official relationship when I was 18. What is your ethnicity? So my ethnicity is I am Jamaican and I'm Trinidadian. How were you raised? So I was raised in a Christian home. I don't really know how to answer that question. Like, how were you raised? I was raised in a Christian home. Favorite color, movie, drink, food, place, etc. My favorite color are the shades black and white. I do like pastel colors. My favorite drink, I don't really have a favorite drink, because I don't know if you mean in terms of alcohol. I don't drink alcohol, but I do like water. And I also, sometimes I really like soda, to be honest. And I like root beer by the specific brand, and I also like ginger ale. I don't know why. Someone asked me how old am I and how tall am I? So I am 24 years old and I am 5'2". Someone said meet and greet. I would love to. I think I don't know when I'll do a meet and greet, but that's definitely something that I will always keep in mind, because I think it would be absolutely amazing to meet all of you wonderful ladies on the A team. Oh, someone asked me what was I going through in 2018. So this is actually a separate video within itself. Definitely a lot of self-discovery, depression, even just a complete mind shift, a complete transformation, you know, mind, body, and soul, in all honesty. Someone said, hi, A, your career goals 5 years from now, and have you had any 9-to-5 jobs before? 5 years, I will probably own, you know, some sort of foundation for women. I'd like to have a book out in 5 years, just talking about my life and my story, my experiences. I see myself, of course, owning a home, engaged, maybe. Definitely, you know, very successful in terms of my YouTube career, the brand deals that I have, endorsements, and things of that nature. To answer your question of if I've ever had any 9-to-5 jobs, so I actually only had one 9-to-5 job, and that was working for a health insurance company. Taught me a lot about insurance. Pretty much all my life I've worked for, you know, myself or my dad. And I'm definitely glad that I did have the experience, but that just really wasn't for me. Someone asked, do I have a boyfriend? So I do not currently have a boyfriend right now. When did you get into makeup? Makeup for me, I've always been very girly, very feminine, and I really started getting into practicing makeup when I was around 17. Favorite movie? My favorite movie, hands down, is Mean Girls. Like, I'm sorry, but that's my all-time favorite movie. I think also, I have a couple favorites. Can I just tell you guys? Okay, so it's Clueless. Mean Girls is at the top. Clueless, 13 going on 30, Legally Blonde 1 and 2, and that's all I could think about right now from the top of my head. Favorite genre of music? I don't have a specific favorite genre of music. My taste in music varies very drastically. I like Christian music, of course. I like country music. I like pop music. I like classical music. I like so many different varieties of music, you know. I love it all. Who is your celebrity crush? I actually don't have a celebrity crush that I could even think of off the top of my head at all right now. I can't think of anyone that I have a crush on. There's no one even in life right now that I have a crush on either. Okay. Do you want children? If so, how many? Yes, I believe I do want children. Definitely not when I first get married. I don't want to have kids, you know, as a newlywed. I think I would like to have 2 children for sure. Definitely not more, because I do like even numbers. So 2 is good, and I want a boy and a girl. In no particular order, but it has to be a boy and a girl. Do you have pets? Yes, I do have 1 cat. Her name is Lily, and she is a Bengal cat. She's, I believe, the same type of cat that I think the Kardashians had or something like that. Do you read? Yes, I read a lot, actually. I know that many of you have been requesting for me to do a book suggestion videos. You guys wanted to see all the books that I read, so I definitely will have that out for you guys. Who are your role models? I'd say my role models are my mom, because my mom is also very classy and elegant, and so it makes perfect sense, honestly, that I am this way. I mean, I've always naturally been this way anyway, but obviously it's probably because of her. The older I become, I realize that I am becoming a lot like my mom. And I know my mom watches my videos, so hi, mommy. Another role model I love is Anna Bay. She is very classy to me, and I love her style and I love her elegance as well. Another role model of mine would be Oprah Winfrey, because she is a very successful Black woman, and I admire that about her and her journey and making a career out of what she created and making, you know, an empire essentially, and that's very admirable to me. And those are the people I could think of off the top of my head. Do you wear makeup every day? If so, how do you manage to keep your skin glowing? No, I do not wear makeup every day of my life. I think it's just natural that, you know, we take breaks. In reference to having glowing skin, it's important to have a very good skincare routine. And I would say if you're just starting out with some sort of skincare routine, I would say to start with something simple, some sort of 3-step system where it's like a face wash, a exfoliant, some sort of lotion, and toner sort of ordeal. That's probably like more than 3 things, but just a simple sort of regimen that you can find. What made you decide to start a channel? All of my life, honestly, people have told me that I should have started a channel. It's just really amazing the direction that it actually took. Short answer to this question would be, I've always loved YouTube. I've always wanted to do YouTube since high school. I've always wanted to help, you know, ladies, you know, whether that's with beauty tips, you know, and that's what it originally started as. You know, I wanted to help girls learn how to do their makeup. And then now, fast forward so many years, it turned into, you know, this, where I'm helping, you know, give advice, and I will be posting makeup videos and style videos and just all around, you know, beauty and lifestyle tips and tricks. What perfumes do you wear the most? I wear the Baccarat Rouge 540, Paco Rabanne, Olympia, which I really like, Marc Jacobs Decadence. Those are pretty much the top 3 that I wear at the current moment. When you were younger, what did you want to be when you grew up? Love you, by the way. I love you too. And I wanted to be a superstar. My mom always used to call me a superstar when I was younger, and I wanted to act and sing and dance basically everything. So it's no shock to me that ultimately I did end up becoming a YouTuber. So yeah. How do you stay in such a positive mood? Love you. I love you. Me, it's a lot about what I consume, in my body, and all the research that I've done. Sometimes our diet can very much affect how we feel. A lot of meat, dairy, and excessively processed foods, are linked to depression and over emotional mood swings and things of that nature. So me knowing that, it also does help that I am plant-based. So, and aside from that, I do a lot of reading. I surround myself, of course, around positive people. I have a prayer life. And also, I'm aware of the fact that it's so difficult sometimes to find inner peace, that once you find it, you have to be very protective of your energy. So it's about knowing who to give your energy to, discerning that, and being wiser with how you're spending your time, who you're spending your time with, and that will also enable you to have a more positive life. Tips on navigating through college, how to stay focused. I was a commuter in college. I wasn't allowed to go away to college. Ultimately, it wasn't super hard for me to focus because I've never been to a college party ever. I think I maybe have once, but it wasn't even my college. It was my other friend's school, and actually, I don't even think that's a party. That was homecoming. Definitely want to say, if you are someone that goes to a party school or you party a lot, you have to understand that being so young, and essentially when you graduate anyway, you're still going to be young. You have time to do these things. I would create a balanced schedule where you say, okay, during these times, on these certain days, I'm going to do just this for X amount of time. After this, I will watch TV for half an hour. One of the most effective things that I've learned is to things in certain time intervals. So let's say you have a lot of trouble focusing, right? Do an activity, whether that's reading for a class for 10 to 15 minutes, then stop and take a full break for 5 to 8 minutes. The objective of that is, when you are focused, you're completely focused because you're going to get a break soon. So that when you get that break, you're completely immersing yourself in that break. Does that make sense? When did your level up begin and why? My level up began definitely this year. It happened very fast. It was very drastic as well in terms of my mindset. I changed so fast, so quickly. That's how I know it was God that was just like, boop, shift Aisha. And then I was like, oh, there we go, God. I mean, wow, thank you. Like I mentioned, in a previous question, I was just tired of having the same outcome. And luckily, things and circumstances occurred the way they did that also helped me get to the next place. And I want to talk more about this definitely in another video where I post maybe like my depression story, because so many people go through these things, and it's important to me that I share my story with you ladies because, like I always mention, I am not a perfect person. All I can do is be myself and hope that what I share with you ladies, that you receive it in love and that you can relate to it, some of you, and that we all just build a community where we help one another and that we uplift one another. What made you want to learn about the human brain, men's brain specifically? So, not that I'm a psychologist by any means necessary, but I've always been interested in picking, men's brains. Why do they think the way that they do? And then based off of my experiences and taking initiative to not want to have certain experiences happen to me again, I wanted to learn how could I understand men and how they communicate and how they think, so that I can see their perspective and move accordingly from that. And I think understanding how men communicate, it will, of course, have a positive impact on your relationships, whether that's romantic or not, because men and women do communicate completely different ways. Someone asked me for the top 5 dating websites. I don't really have any dating websites that I recommend. It all depends if you are someone that, wants to online date or not. I would probably stick to high caliber sort of apps, such as maybe The League or Inner Circle or Luxy. I just learned about all these things actually recently. I didn't even really know they existed. I believe that these apps also require referrals of some sort. So I would kind of maybe like look into that and see, how that is. To each its own, if that's your thing, that's your thing. If it's not, then it's not. I personally would prefer to just meet someone in person. Where are you from, and were you a rebellious teenager? I am from New York, and I was not a rebellious teen. I always was the type of person to listen to my parents. I guess there was a phase maybe when I was 16 where I was into piercings, I guess, but I don't really know. I never would have considered my behavior rebellious per se, especially in my teens. Definitely not. How do you remain or stay humble even on tough days? For me, this is quite easy because I have God, and I know that my mom always reminds me every good and perfect thing comes from God. And I know that even with an example such as this channel and the success of this channel in such a short time span, I am genuinely so humbled by that. I know that at any moment, I could face any trial. In the dark time and space in my life, God was preserving me exactly for this type of moment. And honestly, I just get really emotional about it because I've changed so much, and mentally I've matured so much, and I just feel and I know in my heart that it's definitely all God, 100%, that got me through every circumstance that I've gone through, surrounded me around the right people to uplift me and encourage me and, shift me out of certain mindsets. And I can't help but be humble. I can't help but to want to express that and pour that out onto other people. I can't help but want to pour that love out to, out on other people, because that's just genuinely who I am. And I don't see any benefit in not being humble. I don't see any benefit in being, nasty to people. And when you're truly happy within yourself, you don't spew out negativity and anger. Those are just not things that you do because you're happy. So that's how I, remain humble, honestly. Okay, guys, so that is the end of this video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. This year is definitely going to be an amazing and epic year for us all. And thank you to every single person that is riding along on the 18 train, because you guys are going to witness, the growth, and you guys believe in me. I believe in you. I'm excited for this year. I hope you guys have an amazing, amazing year, and you guys will, because you guys will be watching my videos, seeing the tips that, I provide, and this is just going to be an amazing year, guys. I am here for you. I believe in you. You can do anything that you put your mind to. That very thing, that very dream that you have, you can achieve it. People are gonna doubt you. People are gonna tell you that's not a real job, or you can't do that, and don't listen to them. If you believe in your heart and you ask God to give you the right circumstances so that you can achieve the goals that you want to achieve, you can do it. It doesn't matter what the naysayers are saying. Don't allow negativity, hate, things of that nature to jade you. Do not. Do not. It's not worth it. Becoming a jaded person isn't worth it. Being a negative person isn't worth it. Being a bully isn't worth it. Love always wins. Kindness always wins. That is how you get to the top. I'm the type of person where I genuinely believe that what's for me will be for me. I'm not in competition with anybody. And the doors that God opens for me, only He can close. So I know that every opportunity that I have, it's because of Him. And I'm just stepping into my purpose, and that's really it. And I want you guys to do that too. Okay, guys, so I had to get that out there. I love you guys so much. Don't ever forget it. Thank you for all your support. I've said that 600 times in this video, but I mean it so much. Thank you for 5K. I love you and God loves you. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah.